Howdy doody everybody, Rubik's Master here, and I'm doing something I haven't done in a long time, and that is a unit review. Wanted to do this one before I took my little break a month ago, and here it is. So a little background on the Hind, which is the second helicopter you unlock, and it is the first tank helicopter. That is, it is based more on health than DPS. When this unit first came into the spotlight soon after the game came out, it was very beastly. It came as level 1 with a whopping 25,000 health, way more than even the Abrams had. It could easily soak up the damage from an upgraded flak turret, while Cobras just wrecked the rest of the base. It was way overpowered as part of what steamed the all-helicopter meta for the mid-level ranges. That was fixed in, I think, the big patch in March? I don't remember, sometime soon afterwards, the Hind was patched to where it came in only having, I want to say like 16,000 health, which is a lot. Still makes it a good tank vehicle, but as you can see, it scales kind of poorly. As a level 5, it still only has 23,000 health. Well, 23,982 thanks to the equipment slots, which I'm now going to have to start looking at when I do unit reviews because they can make a big difference. The frame is the upgrade slot that increases its health, and it can do so quite substantially. However, it does require a lot of these item points. As you can see, it costs 2 to do the upgrades instead of 1, like a lot of other units. Its primary equipment slot just increases its damage, but it increases it by a percentage, so that's pretty good too. Its damage is 429, but it's area damage, so it can take out groups of infantry fairly well, bunched up vehicles it can take out fairly well, and it can do a lot of damage. As you can see, its role is tank burst, 429 DPS, but it fires one shot, or one burst of shots, every 2 to 3 seconds, somewhere around there. Capacity use is 150, so if you use it in a platoon of helicopters, you're going to lose 2 Cobras to replace this 1 Hind, and then you're going to have 50 dead space. Its range is 200, speed is 75. Let's compare those to the Cobra. Range of 250, speed of 100. So if you're trying to use this helicopter as a tank in front of your other helicopters, it's going to slow you down by 25%. That's a big deal. So you can kind of see with the decrease in health for the Hind, plus the overall decrease in speed of your platoon, the Hind may not be as good of an idea for attacking. You know, I haven't even looked at promotions for this. 300,000 for 90 more DPS. I'm going to have to do that eventually. I haven't even looked at my units in so long. Anyway, y'all know I love using my Cobra platoon for my attacks. Quick and easy, most of my attacks take less than 3 minutes and cost less than 3,000 health. Or 3,000 oil, rather. So I'm going to do a quick attack using my regular platoon, but with a Hind, pardon me, to try and soak up the damage. Pardon my base, I know I said I would rearrange it and get some more defense reviews going. I'm still, I'm kind of swamped for time. There's so much I want to do. I need to grind for metal so I can do a review on the new Avenger. And I need to get my War Factory upgraded so I can be ready next event to get some kind of land vehicle, hopefully. Would love to get the M1 Breacher. Anyway, we're going to use this platoon, and I did use this Hind a little bit already to kind of see how much damage it could really soak up. So, as I stated before, previously, you know what, we're going to do just kind of a demonstration thing here. We're not actually going to attack this base, but we're going to show how quickly the flak actually shreds this Hind. So as you can see, that's a like 5 to 6 hit kill on the Hind. really quick, so it's not, unless you're just moving at a whopping speed, you're not going to be able to move your helicopters fast enough to use your Hind as a real tank against flak turrets. Especially if you have to wander into range of machine gun turrets, you start losing that Hind really, really quickly. Alright, so let's try a real attack where I will try to use this Hind as part of my actual strategy to get in here and do some work. We're not going to attack that one. Give me something good. That's too easy. Come on, I want to give you guys a good actual strategic fight for this. This one only has 23,000 and it has tons. Okay, this is perfect. This is perfect. So, normally I would call in my airstrikes to take out some strategic targets like the helipad or the barracks. But this attack, we're just going to use my Hind as the tank to absorb all the damage that comes our way. Alright, so we're positioning him slightly in front so that all the units target him first. You can see the infantry really tear into him. Alright, so we're going to pull back so we don't wander in. Shoot. That didn't work out right. That didn't work out right. Ah. I did not keep my Hind in front of my units. Okay, so we're going to pull back. We're going to select all our Cobras, maybe. There we go. We're going to destroy him. He's the last real threat. Okay, so then we're going to position our Hind in front. Actually, we're going to position a little more strategically before we really get rolling with this. We're going to send our Hind in first, and our Cobra's close behind. You can already tell this moves so much slower trying to run with that Hind in front. Alright, I pulled back because I didn't want to wander in front of attracting the attention of that other machine gun turret. Alright, and as you can tell, this attack is already going way slower. Again, the speed of this platoon is reduced overall by 25%. Now we have 2 transformers to worry about here, so we can go ahead and destroy this. Right there. There we go, there we go. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just target that machine gun turret. Alright, so we just about lost our Hind. We're definitely going to lose him to that one. There he goes. What are my guys doing? They're just doing whatever they want. I'm going to have... What are they doing? They're not targeting... They got stuck on the barracks, and they're not targeting that machine gun turret. They are refusing to target that machine gun turret. Oh my goodness. That's ridiculous. That completely throws off what I was going to try and show you guys, which is how they, how much damage I took for that attack. We can go ahead and look and get some kind of idea, but it's not going to be too accurate. But overall, you can see how that attack went. It did preserve my DPS. Those turrets by themselves probably would have killed more Cobras than they did, except for that last one where my Cobras just wouldn't attack that machine gun turret. Glitches in the game. Kixeye, please fix that. Oh my goodness. I hate it when I try and execute an attack and everything I do is perfect, but it's just crappiness built into the game that makes it hard. Like, the game should not be hard to play like that. That's absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, the synopsis I'm going to give this Hind is that, I don't know, it has its uses. If you're more about slow, methodical, very strategic attacks, then the Hind could be very, very useful. In this instance, as shown, it did preserve my need of using air support, because if I was just running Cobras, I would have lost a lot of troops, or a lot of my Cobras, to all the machine gun turrets, and the infantry that deployed, and the enemy Cobras that deployed. Whereas in that attack, excluding the stupid machine gun turret issue, the only troop I would have lost would have been that Hind. Oh my goodness, that ticks me off so much. So, overall, I believe that would have cost less repairs. As it is, it's going to be... Well, actually, that is a lot less than normal. 2,235. Normally, it's right at or right over 3,000 oil when I have to use my air support. So using a Hind and not having to use your air support can be the difference in 1,000 oil. So again, if you like slow methodical, the Hind can be for you, though it doesn't really have much use. Well, actually, I take that back. One thing it could be really useful for, in including in an all-ground platoon, would be to distract a barrage turret, because barrage turrets will target helicopters, and while they do a bit of damage, they don't do a ton. So one Hind, especially a level 5 one, could distract a barrage turret for a lengthy amount of time, and you could put like 2 rhinos or 3 rhinos in front of a bunch of S-13s or Humvee IFVs and wreck a base, not even having to worry about that barrage turret. So there's a couple good uses. Integrate it in a helicopter platoon so you don't have to use your air support, or integrate it in a land platoon so that you can distract a barrage turret. Those are basically the good uses. Overall, it could be a good unit. You could take it or leave it. It's not necessarily bad, but it's not the god unit that it was when this game first came out. Let me know if you agree with my synopsis of this unit, and if you have a use for it that I did not put in this video, make sure you let all of us know so we can put it to good use. Until next time, y'all have an awesome day.